What if we're asked to verify that what we have are actually inverses of one another? There are a couple ways that we can do that. The first way is graphically. We said that if I have a function and its inverse, they are going to be reflections over that diagonal line y equals x. By reflections, we mean that if we picked up the graph and folded on that diagonal, they would line up with one another. The second way is an algebraic way. We said that inverse functions undo one another. So to demonstrate that algebraically, we use function composition. We will want to demonstrate that f inverse of x is equivalent to f inverse of f of x. So it doesn't matter which way we do it. The result is going to give me back what we put in. All right, so let's take a look at an example. I have f of x equals 2/5 x plus 1, and f inverse is supposed to be 5x minus 5 all divided by 2. So doing the composition of f inverse of x, that means we're going to figure out what f inverse is and then put that result in f. Well, f inverse is this big old fraction here, so I want f of that big fraction. That means I'm going to take all of this stuff and put it in place of this x here in f's formula. Well, I can reduce the 2's, then I have this fraction which I can see the 5's are going to reduce, then my 1's are going to cancel, and sure enough, we get x. Does it work the other way? Because sometimes we do have one-sided inverses. F inverse of f means we go find f of x, in this case the 2/5 x plus 1, and we're going to take f inverse of that value. So this time we take this expression and take all of that and put it up here in the top here in place of the x times 5. So 5 times all of that stuff, and then we simplify. Well, when I distribute, I see that I get 2x plus 5. We still have the minus 5, so those are going to cancel. Then my 2's will reduce, and sure enough, I get x. Like I said, the other thing we could do is to put both of those into our calculator. So let's take a look at that. So if I turn my calculator on, and I'm going to clear that out and anything that's in there, and we're going to start fresh. So we have 2/5, 2 divided by 5, x, and then plus 1. So that's my first function. My second one, I wanted to understand all of this is divided by 2, so it's the 5x minus 5 in parentheses, and then we're going to divide that by 2. Let's take a look in the standard window. Here's our first one, and then here is our second. Now, if you could imagine a diagonal line going through the origin here, we would see that those two do actually line up. So that graphical check is a good way to verify that we did our algebra correctly. Let me know if you have any questions.